I just wanted to jump on here real quick and encourage you. Yeah, I know my counter's getting kind of crowded, but all this stuff is going today. It's for my daughter. Well, anyway, so listen, some people have commented that they think that I'm a happy person and, stuff like that. Let me tell you something. When I was a teenager, I used to, the Winnie the Pooh stories. I most identified with Eeyore. I tended to be an intense kind of, little bit curmudgeonly, I guess. And I've had a tendency towards that a lot in my life. I mean, I can be enthusiastic and stuff, from time to time. But what I've discovered as I've gotten older and seen more of life is, that book, Happiness is a Choice? It is. And there's something about, a book or something about happiness comes from the inside or something like that. I don't know. If I could think of these catchy things myself, I'd be writing the books, right? And making all that money. Well, anyway, so I just wanted to say, there are probably very few people that are naturally just bubbly and happy and everything. A lot of people, oh golly, I hope she doesn't get mad at me for this. A lot of people think my daughter Miriam, some people call her Bubbles because she's so bubbly and everything. She is energized being around people, but sometimes family ain't people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen the other side of her too. And the reason is, everybody has ups and downs, but I was just telling somebody, we're all going to have ups and downs that we can't help. Sometimes things just happen, and they are downer kind of things, and you just got to get through them and adjust and deal with it. But I think a good bit of the time, at least for me, I find that I have a choice. I can choose to be upbeat and happy, find things to do that help me to be that way, find things to do that pull me out of an Eeyore kind of mood, and just cheer up. And it's funny because have you ever noticed that sometimes you can be feeling just kind of and then something makes you laugh? Whether it's something you see on TV or you read or, something funny happens that, right in front of you, or you maybe even remember something really funny and you start laughing. All of a sudden you feel totally different about life, right? Everybody's had this kind of experience. So I always try to keep things around that will help me smile and laugh. I have pretty flowers that I've planted in my garden. Well, my garden's just a little bitty piece of soil outside my apartment door, and I have some things, where I put hanging plants or put things in planters on the cement. I have bird feeders outside my back door that I can watch from my living room. I have little things around the house that make me happy. Whenever I go by a mirror, I smile at myself. I do. It makes a difference to see smiling faces, even if it's your own. Seriously. Give it a try. There's something, I don't know, scientists or somebody, I guess scientists say that when you smile, I don't know, it does something to you that cheers you up. I have paintings and photos hanging in my house that make me happy, that bring back happy memories. I even have an oven mitt, and on it says, "Live happy." It's just a reminder to me to live happy, to make happy, upbeat choices. Now, how difficult is this? Well, there was a time, sometimes there still are times, but there was a time when making happy choices for me was very difficult. And here's the thing. Have you ever tried to climb up like a hill of scree or loose dirt or like gravel, and you put your foot down, you kind of slide back some, and you're trying to gain ground, and it's getting to the top is a combination of effort and some sliding down and some moving forward, and it's not consistent moving forward. And there's always a temptation to say, forget this, I'll find another way. But that's what it's like choosing to be happy. At first, you probably have a lot more sort of sliding back than you do making progress forwards, because you've got to make it a habit. This actually has, I haven't talked about this in a while. This actually has to do with the nerves in your body and your brain, okay, and your spinal cord and everything. You not only train yourself, or like when I say you, like a baby, when it's learning to, it learns to roll over, it learns to reach, it learns, oh, this hand and this hand can meet, oh, these are mine, I can control them. Well, the way the baby learns is nervous pathways are set up. Like maybe the baby happens to, be doing this, and eventually, oh, I can clap hands, because a nervous pathway is set up with electrical impulses that go back and forth from, your brain to your body to your brain, and you learn to do things. Well, do you know what? Emotions do the same thing. So the more you practice making happy, upbeat choices, the more those nervous pathways are going to be set up. Now, this is not just something that happens in your head, and I'll give you proof of why by using an opposite example. You ever have situations where you feel very unsure, and maybe your stomach is tied up in knots, or you're shaking, or you just feel like kind of not totally even aware of the situation? The way your emotions are affects your whole body, whether you're aware of it or not. And actually, again, this has been scientifically proven that if you are happy and upbeat, that it does good things for your body. It releases good, hormones and chemicals and endorphin thingies and all sorts of stuff like that. And happiness is a choice. But remember, you've got to keep making the choice and keep trying. Just like, somebody who wants to lift weights. Like, I keep my these are just 3-pound dumbbells. I keep them around, and I use them every once in a while, just while I'm, sitting around waiting for something or talking to you, and while I'm on hold on the phone. At first, when I started doing this sort of thing, exercising, lifting weights, stuff like that, my arm was just kind of the. Now, I've got a muscle. Yeah, I have bat wings. I was fat for many years. This is extra skin. But I've also got muscles, okay? How did I get them? Did I say, oh, I don't know, this is just too hard? No, I kept on. Even when, like there'd be some days that just didn't go well, but I kept on, and over time, now I can lift things. And listen, it is because muscles develop. So in a way, in a sense, it's like you develop brain power. It's not muscle power, it's brain power to choose to be upbeat and happy. Now, like I said, there are going to be things that come along in life that are real challenges, or things that just really, genuinely get you down. And sometimes you do have to walk in that dark valley. But you don't have to stay there. I always remember, where there's life, there's hope. Okay? I am still alive and kicking. Even if I couldn't kick, I'm alive, okay? And where there's life, there's hope. You can grow. You can change. You can make choices for you. Don't let life happen to you. You be the dominant force in your own life and make good choices. And even though it might be really difficult, and it will be if it's something really different for you, like changing from my old Eeyore kind of personality to, how I am now, a lot of the time, it's hard, but you will build up that muscular strength, so to speak, that brain power, to where it's a lot easier to make the right choices. Okay, well, I hope that this has helped some people, especially during this very difficult time in our world. If you're having a hard time, do something productive, which is say to yourself, I am going to start making different choices about how I feel. I'm going to choose to find a way to cheer myself up. My gosh, I will write it down if necessary in case I forget how to do it. And I'm going to work on doing that so that when I feel down, I can say to myself, you know what? I'm down right now, but I am starting to work on being able to be the dominant force in my life and not just let life happen to me. God bless you.